Hey family, I'm back. And hallelujah, y'all know what? I went right in that pre-class ready. Do y'all hear me? I got my spiral notebooks. I was ready to take notes, all of that. I said, yes, Lord, this is it. You know. Got in there, uh, made a few friends with the other students. It was a big class, about 40. And we had three teachers, uh, two women, I believe, if I remember right. One man, he put you in the mind of Lou Gossett Jr. from Officer and the Gentleman, militant. And so I'm sitting there, and they're telling us the introductory information about the class and what are our goals to reach our requirements and things like that. And so I'm like, okay, it's gonna be nice. I had met one of the students named was Miss Sarah. Me and her became good friends. We were just talking for that first little week or whatnot. Then they uh started to get into talking about the systems of the body, you know. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm sitting there like, what does that have to do with putting dressing on and taking the people back to their room? Okay, so I'm sitting there thinking, what have I signed up for? What I signed myself up for? And so they kept on talking about, they went into details, you know, you're a surgical tech, and start getting into the depth of what you really do. We are those that help the doctors all around the world. When they say knife, we the one passing them knife, scissor, pickups. It's a certain way you gotta smack it in the hand. And as he was talking about, you gotta know your job, and you gotta anticipate what they want. And then he got into, and we got talking about the systems of the body, and I just thought about all this blood I was gonna say. I was like, oh no, no. I'm sitting there like, I gotta get out of this. I gotta get myself into this. I ain't got nothing to do with transporting no patients around. And so I'm talking to Miss Sarah, and we talking about, I said, I think I'm trying to tiptoe out of here. And so they came with he told us it was time for lunch or something, a break. And so I looked over at Miss Sarah. I said, look here, Miss Sarah, I'm going to get your phone number. We got to exchange numbers so we can keep talking. You let me know how you did in this class, because I think I'm going to tiptoe on out of here. Because I'm not going to be able to look at all that blood, and I'm going to fall out. I'm not the blood, And so I stand up, because I'm finna try to just go on leave. And, you know, as soon as I stood up, the Lord said, sit down and don't you move. And I said, what? Say it ain't so. And so I sat down, and I said, Lord, you didn't sign me up for this, did you? This not my assignment. Is He said, sit there and learn all that you can, because you're gonna need it. And oh my, y'all, my heart dropped to my stomach. I said, oh my God. Oh Lord, what have I done? What have I signed myself up for? How you get me in this hospital? I remember what he said when I was 11. You're going to work in the hospital. But I'm like, not this. And so he said, oh yes, this. And it's almost like you can sense that he said, I need to get in there. You know. And so that's why I said be the puzzle piece that God can use. He's not filling you with more of him so that you won't be effective in other places outside of the church. But he wants you to understand that you are the church on wheels. Come on. And so I stayed in the class and got through the pre-class and got through the pre-class. Let me get strong name back up on here. That helps me flow a little bit better. Uh, there we go. And so got through the pre-class, And we had to do like 2 to 3 months of theory book knowledge and passed that. I passed everything. Got straight A's in heart, cardiac, and I thought that's where I was gonna be working. We'll talk about that later on. But and then we had theory. We had to pass theory, and then they had a room set up down the hall where they had a mock trial, not a mock trial, mock surgery room set up where we would go through our jobs, the details of our job, wash our hands like we scrubbing our hands, gown and glove. We had already set up the table. You're gonna gown and glove the doctor. You're gonna assist the doctor, and they want you to see that you're anticipating what the doctor needs. So here is the time where Mr. Lou Gossett Jr. I ain't gonna say my teacher's name, but everybody that was there with me, you know who he is. And so he was go, come on, Tammy, come on, you're moving too slow. Come on now. Gown glove. Now set this up over here. You gotta move. And I was like, ooh, I'll be glad when I get through with this. And so, but I got through the mock trial set up fine. I had passed theory. Now it's time for clinicals. We are going to different hospitals all around Memphis. Each teacher now, this 40 that started off is down to about 20 now. Because that pre-class cut a lot of people because they were just like me. They sit there, they didn't know what they had signed up for. And so it cut us down to about 20. So each teacher would take about, 6, 7, how many, divide us up, and we go to different hospitals and work with some of the surgical techs. They just teaching us what they know. Sometimes they let us stand there and watch, or sometimes they allow us to pass the instruments and whatnot. And I didn't have but one blooper my whole time in clinicals where I fell asleep. I fell asleep during the class. But that was that's all right. I'll be back. My video's running out, but I'm going to come back and tell you about that blooper and a little bit more to tell you that you need to be the puzzle piece that God can use.